Now, let me start off by saying that I really don't like making reviews like this because I absolutely adore indie cinema, and don't get scared off yet because I'm not about to say that this movie was trash and it sucked and I hated it. So bear with me, especially if anybody involved in this film is watching. But Legend in the Forest is a 2025 film that I got to stream, and it is on Tubi right now, so you can check it out there, and at least in Canada anyway. And basically, it's about three young kids, I would say. Maybe they're in their teens, maybe in their early 20s. I'm not exactly sure. But there's this girl named Cassie who doesn't have it very well at home. Her mother drinks way too much. Her She has an abusive man in her life. I don't know if it's the father, stepfather, boyfriend, whatever it may be. But Cassie has a bad home life, basically. And then she has this crush on this boy named uh, oh shit, there's Josh and Kevin. It's Josh. She has a crush on this boy named Josh, which is very apparent from the beginning of the film. And it's so apparent that she goes to his house and she's like, trying to get comfort from him and stuff like that. So you know where the film is going. Like, there's going to develop this kind of romance between them. And their friend Kevin, so there's Kevin, Josh, and Cassie. Kevin is a director and he wants to film this Bigfoot story, and he wants to interview people and kind of make this Blair Witch. And one positive I will say about this film is that it does have like a Blair Witch inspiration to it, and you could tell that. It seems like the filmmakers are kind of going for that style in a sense. But Kevin wants to make this documentary, and they go to search for Bigfoot in the forest. And Cassie, she's hesitant at the beginning, but she tags along because of her home life, and she doesn't want to be there at all. And she goes with these two guys, and they just go on an adventure, into the forest, looking for Bigfoot and making a documentary. And the movie goes on from there. So I didn't love this film, and like I said, I will say that from the start. But I see ambition in it, first of all. So if this is like a college film or a student film, props on everybody involved for sure. And I will emphasize this, like I emphasize in all my videos, especially when I'm talking about low budget cinema, that I'm a film reviewer, not a film critic. So I'm not in the industry. I've made one film in college, and I mean that belongs to the college. It's not even mine. So I just watch a film and I give my thoughts and I give my views and I give my opinions. I'm not a technical expert on the critique of everything behind it. I just make that. I like to say that as kind of like a disclaimer anyway. But this film is shot really well. I'm really impressed with the way it's shot, and it has a low budget, but you can tell there's ambition behind it, and you can tell that there's passion behind it, and one day I hope to make a film of my own, even if it is a micro budget piece of art that I can say I made, kind of thing. And I I like I like the atmosphere of this film. This film is it's fun, it feels indie, and it feels like it has a great atmosphere. I love the forest, whatever location that they decided to use in this film, I really, really enjoy. Now, that being said, that's basically my positives. The biggest thing about this film is, first of all, you don't really get a lot of Bigfoot, and that's understandable. That's understandable, but even if you have a micro budget, and even if you have to use like a Halloween costume, you need some Bigfoot, or you need some more Bigfoots involved in the picture. Like, there are some shots where you see like Bigfoot kind of lurking with the breathing and everything like that, and that's cool and everything. But like the director, for example, he interviews one person, and that's it. Like, I wanted to see more interviews. I wanted to see more drama. I wanted to see more things happening. It's a lot of walking in the forest, and the biggest thing, and I don't know, like, this is where I'm gonna feel like the biggest dick, is the biggest issue I had with this film kind of is the acting. And I don't see anybody in this film being a professional actor. Like I said, they're probably students, they're probably friends. They just got whoever together, and they're doing the best they can and everything, but nothing feels very believable. There's one scene where one of the character, there's a death, and the character's reaction to this death, and it's a gory death, is so like monotone. Everything in this film is monotone when it comes to the acting, and everything is so, it's either monotone or it's so forced, and it's so not believable. You don't sell it. And I'm saying this in a perspective where I'm not an actor myself. I could act worth a shit. But, you know, and you know, you can't hire professional actors. You can't hire professional actors. You just do the best you can. But it just, the acting and the portrayal of all the characters really didn't sell me into the story. Now, the atmosphere in the film looks great, especially for an indie film. I love that. And I love the fact that it feels like something that was created with absolute passion. But it's just, it lacks in a lot when it comes to what it could have been. And it's just not believable and viable. And it feels like a story that they could have, even without a budget, done more with. And I also was questioning the ending. That was an interesting choice, but I don't want to really spoil it because it's free on Tubi. You can go watch it anytime you want. But I still want to keep this film. I'm not going to give the whole plot away. But yeah, I just wanted more Bigfoot and more, even just more Bigfoot, more interviews, and I would have been fine. I would have even got over the acting because, like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? This film is not unwatchable or anything like that. And I give props to the directors and producers and everybody who put this film together, because keep going and keep doing it and keep putting it out, because don't give up and don't stop. Put more, you know, because every time you do it, you can improve and improve and improve. Every time you try, it's just, it gets one step better. So don't give up. But I'm a film reviewer. That's what I do on this channel. That's what I like to do. I like to watch cinema, and I love cinema of all kinds, from frickin' Interstellar to the lowest budget backyard film. And I just like to review it for myself, my opinion, my view on it, because art is subjective. Everybody knows this. So Legend of the Forest is a film that I would check out if you like Bigfoot films, but it's more of a character drama kind of kid adventure film kind of thing, with a beautiful atmosphere and an okay story. That's really what I have to say about it. I would check something else out by these directors, and I'm interested. Rebecca Summers is a very beautiful girl in this film. The girl who plays Cassie. And I like the background story that they gave her with her family. I like all that. Kevin does a really good job with his passion and directing and everything like that. He's believable in selling it. Yeah. And then you got, of course, the Josh and Cassie love interest, which, again, right from the jump, you know these you know they're into each other. They're trying not to be. They're that young guy and girl that's like, oh, we're just friends. Yeah, okay, you're just friends. Yeah, you're just friends. Yeah. But anyways, that's my review on Legend of the Forest. It was fine. It wasn't really, it didn't blow me away or anything, but it doesn't take much to blow me away anyway. But it definitely has a lot of flaws, and I have to mention them, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I've seen films that I can't even finish, so, you know, I got through this one, and I would give it a rewatch for sure. Absolutely. I think this film needs a rewatch, and maybe I'll get higher on it, but as of now, that's my review, so take it as you will. It's on Tubi. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice, or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.